We are back to square one then, back in the Vanarama National League with our Dover Athletic side. It's been a very busy summer and I've done exactly what I did last season. I basically raided a lot of players who got released from Premier League clubs and we've got a pretty decent side. Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic. It is Season 3, it is Episode 1, and if you are new to the channel and you're enjoying these videos, do please consider subscribing to the channel. It does help me out massively. You can also ding the notification bell, stick your comments down in the comment section below, like the videos, do all the fun, fancy, cool YouTubey stuff. It does help me out massively. Right, you can obviously see we've played 5 games so far this season. We are going to play 2 matches in this episode, but before we get there, we need to go and have a talk about the squad because we've done quite a bit of business. And rather than going through players joining the club, leaving the club and things like that, this is our first team. I'm just going to kind of go through the main players in our squad and obviously pointing out any new players. So our number 1 goalkeeper, Joe Fryer, was here last season. He is going to keep his position because he's actually really, really good. Already keeping 3 clean sheets so far this season. We've still got Kai Mackenzie-Lyle. We've also signed Oliver Wright on a non-contract basis as our 3rd choice goalkeeper. I'm not giving him a permanent deal because basically I don't think he's going to be good enough, but we've got him for the moment and he's here basically if we get an injury or international duty, things like that. Into the right-back positions, we've got 2 right-backs for the season. Lewis Payne is our first one. He was here for all of last season, former Southampton man, and we brought in another former Southampton man to be his deputy. Sonny Davis is the son of former Southampton goalkeeper and current Southampton coach Kelvin Davis. He is 18 years old. He is a right-back. He's only a right-back. He's 6 foot, so maybe we could train him up to be a centre-back. We're not going to. I'm not expecting too much from Sonny Davis. He's here as a backup. On the opposite side, Tyler Garrett will be keeping his starting position as well. Signed from Bangor City last season. Played really, really well. 46 appearances so far. Just 1 goal, but that 1 goal did technically win us the league. He's got a backup as well. I'm ignoring Matthew Briggs. I'm trying to sell him. It's Paul Skidmore. He's a 17-year-old Polish and English left-back who's not very good. He's a backup for a reason because I'm hoping he never has to play. But if we do need to play him, I'm hoping there's some potential there. He's pretty garbage at the moment. In the centre of defence, our main central defender is Zach Orr. Last season was superb, 11 goals. He's scored 11 goals now in all competitions for Dover Athletic. Still here at the club, got 2 years left on his contract. I kind of want to extend his contract, but we might wait until the end of the season. I'm hoping Zach Orr stays with us until he retires. He's the player that I'm hoping is going to stay here for the entire save. He does have himself a new central defensive partner in the shape of Leon Pambou, 6'5" French central defender, formerly of Southampton. He's another one who's come in on a free transfer, brought him in on a non-contract, then signed him on a permanent deal. I don't really understand how his work permit situation's working, because he's not English, his work permit, his settled status runs out at the start of next year. I don't know what's going to happen. He might not get a work permit. He does have a settled status, so he stands in good chance. But yeah, Leon Pambou, we had to pay him £900 a week, otherwise he wouldn't get a work permit. He's in, and I think he's very good. We've also still got Jamie Sandles-White and Jake Goodman as our other 2 central defenders. We're looking to bring in a 3rd. Hopefully that might happen as part of this episode. Going further forward, the half-back position. TJ Bramble made that position his own last season, but unfortunately he's kind of been replaced. He's still okay, he's not amazing. But his replacement, Matthew Craig, signed from Tottenham Hotspur after getting released, I think is exceptional. I think he's so good for this level of football. I was also trying to sign his brother, Michael Craig, who plays in exactly the same position. Unfortunately, he went to Preston. 4 central midfielders in the squad, and you can probably see that only one of them is an existing player. Zach Brown is obviously still at the club, but played a lot of times last season and the season before, actually. Played for the first 2 years of our Dover save. I don't think he's going to be here for too much longer because we've got in some much better players. He's still good enough for now. From Southampton, because most of them are, Jack Turner, 20-year-old English central midfielder, free transfer, £100 a week. Absolute bargain for Jack Turner. I don't know whether he's going to get too much better than what he currently is, but I think he's as good, if not better, than Zach Brown. Daniel Malone is a 21-year-old Welsh central midfielder signed from Bangor City, and Bangor have given us, obviously, Daniel Malone and Tyler Garrett. They're a good club to steal players from for like lower league football. He's come in free transfer, looked very, very good technically. He's got long shots, passing technique. He's got some reasonable mental numbers, reasonable physical numbers as well. Daniel Malone, probably going to be one of the first names on our team sheet. Ryan Chavez Munoz is our final central midfielder. He is English and Peruvian, I think, formerly of, everybody all together now, Southampton. Yep, he's joined on a free transfer, £70 a week, not a lot of money, brought him in non-contract, all that jazz. He's hopefully got something for the future, only 18 years old. Going further up the field is where we start to get a little bit overrun, should we say. We've probably got too many players and most of them aren't necessarily good enough. On the right-hand side, we have Dom Ballard and Harvey Woods. Ballard, he's pretty good, isn't he? We know a lot about Ballard. We had him last season, played a lot of football for us. Harvey Woods, similar situation. Didn't play as much, most of it off the bench, but they're still both quite young. That's kind of the hope here with Woods and Ballard, that there's still time for them to develop. They're not great. I do realistically need some decent right and left wingers. We're probably not going to be able to get them for what we need anyway at our level of football. On the left-hand side is Jack Spong. Yep, we are moving him up to be a left winger, or an inside inverted winger. That's what we're going to go for on the left-hand side, because basically we've got 4 central midfielders, and I think Spong is good enough to push further up the field. My coaches also believe that, because they reckon he's a 4-star winger on the left-hand side. So we're going to make sure that is going to happen for Jack. We have also brought in Riley Wright, who is a left winger and a right winger. Annoyingly, Riley Wright is going to be playing on the left. That's his position. Free transfer from Southampton. And we are keeping him in and around the first team. Gary Ballard, the 16-year-old English left winger, central midfielder, striker, whatever you want to call him. He is sticking about. I'm thinking he's going to break into the first team at some point in this season, because he is improving very quickly. Up front, we're going to be sticking with Rob Street, but he now has a little bit of competition up front as well, because we brought a player in from Southampton and a player in from Spurs. First up is Luke Pearce, 19 years of age, no relation to me whatsoever, signed from Southampton, formerly of Walsall as well. I don't think he's going to get a huge amount of football. In fact, we're trying to loan him out, I think, Hemel Hempstead, so he might be going to the league below us, so hopefully he's going to get season playing there when he comes back. 20 years of age in the 4th season. I think Luke could be quite good. And somebody who will be pushing Rob Street for a starting 11 position is Jayden Williams, 18 years old, English striker, formerly of Spurs, signed on a free transfer. He's already come off the bench a couple of times, not quite managed to score a goal just yet, but Jayden Williams is in. I think Williams might be our number 1 striker come the end of the season. Obviously, that is not everyone in the team, but that's kind of a quick rundown, and by quick, I mean it probably took about 10 minutes. We have also picked up a few players on free transfers. Adam Brown, Robert Collins, what's his name? Oliver, is it Oliver Wright? No, it's somebody else. Mark Murray, sorry. All 3 of these are actually new gens that my scouts went, you should sign them, and I went, yeah, why not? £5 a week. Not really too much of a hardship, is it? And there you can see it as well on the right-hand side of the screen. Players leaving the club, loan deals for the most part. Sarmiento Ramirez, Tommy Moxey, who else have we got? Josh Bailey. We've lost Kane Ferdinand, which is actually quite a good thing. Dibley Diaz off to Dulwich Hamlet. Fraser White to Canvey Island, who have luckily been promoted to the Vanarama South, which means our feeder club, we can kind of give them players and they might actually play in a league. Ian Cooney also going to Billericay. Kai Woolard, Innocent, going to York. There's been a fair bit of business. There might still be a little bit more, but we now need to take a look at how we've done so far this season. We are currently 9th in the table. 2 wins, 2 defeats and a draw to our name. Somehow, we beat Southend 3-0. Not quite sure how we did it. Not going to complain. That's a really good result considering Southend currently sat 2nd in the table. Today, 2 matches. It's probably a very long episode. It's going to be Weymouth and Bromley. Let's get straight into the Weymouth game. The starting 11 for the Weymouth match then. At home, it's going to be Joe Fryer in goal, Lewis Payne, Zach Orr, Leon Pambu and Tyler Garrett at the back. It's going to be Craig. I can never remember. Are you Matthew or Michael? You're Matthew Craig. Michael Craig's the one who went to Preston. Zach Brown and Malone in the middle of the pitch. Woods and Spong on the wings. Rob Street as our striker. You can see on the bench. Sendles White, TJ Bramble, Don Ballard, Jack Turner, and what's his name? Jayden Williams. I've already forgotten half my players' names. We've obviously you can see fitness concerns a little bit for Ballard, which is why Woods is playing. The reserves. There's a lot of them. And you can tell by the people who've got squad numbers, most of them haven't even got onto the bench. So it's only Riley Wright and Jamal Loza who've actually managed to make it onto the bench. Everyone else haven't been close at the moment. So first match of Season 3 on camera. Weymouth are not doing particularly well, but obviously it's early days in the season. 19th place currently. We are dropping down to 11th just after kickoff, but we started off obviously 9th place. Hopefully we can pick up 3 points in our first match on camera. It's a corner for Weymouth. Rose is the man to take it. Zach Orr gets it clear. Wooten, forward, finds Thacker in the penalty area. Back to Wooten. This is a concern. Weymouth coming forward with the ball. Thacker back to Yarni, across into the middle. Finds Lucero. All the way back, though, to Webber. I mean, there's a chance happening here. There's definitely a shot coming in. And I feel like it's going to come from Weymouth. Bradley kicks it straight into, I think it was Tyler Garrett, wasn't it? Bradley's got another chance. Poor pass. And now, hopefully, we can start playing forward eventually. Malone finds Tyler Garrett on the left-hand side, the two former Bangor City players. Spong all the way back to Craig, playing as that half-back role. Over the top towards Rob Street. He's taken a few touches to get past his man. Rob Street sends the keeper the wrong way, puts it into the bottom corner. It's 1-0 against Weymouth. Lovely bit of counter-attacking football. We're actually not a terrible side anymore. Obviously, last time we were in the Vanarama National League, we had a minus 12 points deduction, which means if we started, we would be on minus 2 at this point. I think last time we were here, we were probably still on about minus 10. So, yeah, we have started this season very, very well. About 6 minutes left to play of the first half. Weymouth again coming forward with the ball. Thacker, the central defender, to Lucero, not quite sure. Rose with the ball. Across to Wooten. We're letting them pass it, which I don't know if that's a good thing. Zach Orr, by the way, he's just amazing, isn't he? 7.4 rating currently. What a save that is from Joe Fryer. I say Zach Orr's amazing. He probably caused that, didn't he? He's gone up to a 7.5. Half-time then against Weymouth. It is 1-0. Not really been a huge amount of action, but we've managed to nick that goal. I'm happy with how we've played. We've dominated. Looking at the match ratings, everyone's doing all right. Maybe Harvey Woods needs to be coming off at some point. Obviously, we do have a slightly unfit Don Ballard, but he should be good enough to play about 25-30 minutes. Webber's throw finds a few players, and now Rose is going to go for a run. Gets past Zach Orr. Rose is in on goal. Fryer once again with a very good save, this time conceding a corner. Rose is the man to take it, the striker for Weymouth. Where's he going to put it? Towards the middle. It's a good head clear from the big former Southampton man, Leon Bamboo. Danny Rose. Is it Danny Rose? It might be Danny Rose, you know. It could be somebody called Danny Rose. Kosoyolo, whatever his name is. It's a header clear from Zach Orr. It's coming straight back towards us, though. Weymouth are looking very, very good at the moment, which is a worry because my game management is absolutely appalling. Highlight has ended there. And now we're going to do that Don Ballard change. I think he's probably going to be okay. He's probably going to be fine. We're just going to do that one change at the moment. Joe Fry, by the way, is on a 7.7 rating because of the 2 shots that he's saved, but he's made them look really, really good in my opinion. Since that Ballard substitution, not a huge amount is going on. We've got ourselves a throw in a good position. It's Malone back to Garrett. Are you going to whip in across? Finds Malone once again and Garrett once again. We're stuck in the corner, lads. He's crossed it in. It's... Oh, I thought that was going to be on Rob Street's head. Instead, Fitzsimmons has come out and claimed it. And the Weymouth keeper kicks it long. We should be getting there, and we do get there. I don't even think Leon Bamboo jumped for that. Garrett all the way back to Joe Fryer. Still on a 7.7. Zach Orr on a 7.6. We've got some very high ratings by the look of it. And also some pretty poor ratings in the shape of Payne, Garrett and Don Ballard. Not doing too well since coming on. Rob Street's picked up the ball from Malone. Rob Street blasts it once again into the back of the net. Daniel Malone with the assist. It's 2-0. We've had 2 highlights go our way and scored twice. I was genuinely thinking about bringing Rob Street off, and I still might do this to try and get, what's his name, Jaden Williams on the pitch, just to see if he can pick anything up. We are going to do it. There's only a few minutes left. Street is coming off. Williams is going to come on. Who else do we do? Jack Turner, sure, for Zach Brown. 3 minutes of injury time to play. Not a lot is going on here on the South Coast, and we have picked up our first 3 points on camera this season. Our 3rd victory of the season as well. Pretty good performance. Rob Street not even picking up the man of the match award, actually. 2 goals for Street, but Zach Orr and Fry getting an 8.2 rating each. I don't understand how Zach Orr always gets such a high rating. 10 points in the bag then after just 6 games played. 7th place. We are currently occupying ourselves a little playoff spot, which arguably we're probably not going to be there come the end of the season. We are now going to go forward to match number 2, which is going to be against Bromley, who are just 2 places below us, joint on points. Match number 2 then away from home against Bromley. We are sticking with pretty much an unchanged side, bar 1 forced change. Joe Fryer is going to be in goal. Payne or Bamboo, Garrett at the back. Craig, Brown and Malone in the middle. Don Ballard comes in. I say forced change, it's not a forced change. Ballard comes in at the right wing position. Jack Spong keeps his place on the left. Rob Street comes in, starts, stays, carries on. That's what it is as our striker. Ryan Chavez Munoz is the one forced change on the subs bench because TJ Bramble is on international duty with Antigua and Barbuda. You'd think after doing all of these different football matches in Football Manager, I would be able to actually read a team out, but apparently not. So we are rocking the red kit today, Bromley in the white. It's actually not a bad stadium Bromley have for some reason. If we can pick up the 3 points, we will go on to 13 points, and our goal difference is good enough that we might actually be able to go up into third place in the table. It is Bromley with the ball though, coming forward. Centre-back making a little bit of a run. Shipley to right, through ball, finds Tomney, and Tomney's effort goes just wide of Joe Fry's post, and it's going to be a goal kick. His name's also Tormey, not Tomney. We've got ourselves a corner through Spong. It's probably going to be Zach Orr. It is Zach Orr. He hits the post. It trickles wide for a goal kick. Decent chance there from the young, now Nigerian central defender. He was English. He's got Nigerian nationality, and he's decided he wants to play for them instead, which is fair enough. Probably got a better chance. It's all the way back to Zach Orr with the ball. Half an hour played. Finds Don Ballard, who can only play 75 minutes down that right-hand side. Finds Payne. He's going to take a few touches, cross it in street. On the volley, he's rattled the bar as well. And it goes over for a goal kick. That would have been a hell of a goal for Rob Street to score. 5 minutes left of the first half, and we have an XG of 1.2 at the moment. No goal to show for it. Tormey to Skeffington, now Alexander. Across to Shipley, long-range chance, and this time it goes over the bar. Fryer saw that one was going over, apparently. We are going to see the goal kick with 2 minutes left of normal time. Orr is going to go for a run, number 5. How long are you going to run for, buddy? I thought you were just going to keep going. Zach Brown to Lewis Payne, forward to Don Ballard. Need to keep an eye on Ballard's fitness. I might give him 90 minutes, you never know. He's controlled it well. Across, tries to find Street. It's a terrible pass from Ballard. And now Bromley can come forward with the ball. Tormey to Alexander. He's tried to cut the defence in half. He's hit the bar as well. And Leon Pambu's going to collect it. And are we going to do anything? Garrett to Spong. Highlight ends. Another one begins. Still not quite at half time. Tormey's controlled this. Back to Broch. Now Shipley. Back to the left back. On the ground to Tormey. We need to steal this. Bromley look like they might be getting themselves a goal right near the end of this half. It's all the way back to Montgomery in the Bromley goal. Now Brown in the middle to right, forward to Alexander, Shipley to Tormey. He's taken a few touches, taken out wide. It's a terrible effort from the striker. Joe Fryer holds on to that one. It's been a good game for the neutrals, hasn't it? It's certainly been a good game for the neutrals. We had a nice spell in the middle, could not take advantage. We've got a 1.3 XG, theirs is 0.5. I mean, I'm pleased with the shots. I am pleased, but we need to, score one of them would be nice. Just 2 minutes in, and first highlight of the second half. Shipley on the halfway line. In towards the middle of the pitch is Skeffington. On the ground finds Tormey once again. Is he going to put this one away? He does finally put one away. Nathan Tormey should have made it 2-0 with that shot. Instead makes it 1. And that is kind of annoying, because we've been the better side. We haven't had the highlights. Bromley have had the better chances. We've been the better side. And if it stays this way, we're obviously going to be dropping some points. All of a sudden, Garrett and Pambu have started playing real bad. I don't know what's just happened. Garrett's dropped down to a 6-3. We don't have any fullbacks, any left-backs on the bench. Barely have any left-backs in our squad. We are going to do Rob Street for Jaden Williams. We are also going to do Zach Brown for... We're going to do it for Munoz. Chavez Munoz is going to be making his debut. We're also going to take off Leon Pambu for Sendles White. That is every change that we can possibly do. And I think, weirdly, despite the fact they're playing no fullbacks, our fullbacks are the problem here. An XG of almost 2 now, and we are still not doing anything. Not getting any decent chances whatsoever. Final 10 minutes. I think we've got a corner. We do have ourselves a corner. It is going to be Spong to take it. Towards the front post, most likely, is Zach Orr. And Zach Orr nestles that one into the top corner. His 3rd goal of the season already. And we have hopefully rescued us a point. We're going to keep going on positive. We're going to keep going and hopefully get ourselves a second goal, a winning goal. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, or maybe it will actually. Payne's throw to Ballard. Should have been substituted about 15 minutes ago. The cross comes in. It's Spong at the back post. It's fallen to Williams. Williams' effort is blocked. How have we not managed to put that one in? A 1-1 draw against Bromley. We had an XG of 3.05. 26 shots, 12 on target. Zach Orr gets an 8.9. I mean, if anybody needs a lower league footballer, just sign Zach Orr. He's ridiculous. He just plays well every single time. A 7.82 average this season, 7.48 last season. An average over his entire career is a 7.52 currently. He's ridiculous. So 4 points picked up from today's episode. We are just outside the playoffs in 8th place. Next episode, we are going to probably go a fair distance in. I'm looking at maybe Barnet and Yeovil. Because we've obviously done this league before, and I'm not expecting fireworks, I'm expecting sort of a mid-table finish. I don't want to spend 8-9 episodes on a season where we're not going to do a huge amount. So we're going to go all the way through, play Barnet, Yeovil in the next episode at the end of December? That's not, it's October. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, do please remember, like, subscribe to the channel as well. If you are new, stick your comments down in the comment section below about how good Zach Orr is, and I'll see you in episode 2. Thanks for watching. On our return to the Vanarama National League, I wasn't expecting to go as well as it has. We're currently sat in 6th. Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic back in the Vanarama National League. And yes, flying high. Pretty high anyway. We're not at the top of the table, but we are certainly there or thereabouts. If you are enjoying these videos, do please remember to leave a like, stick your comments down in the comment section below about what players are terrible, what players are absolutely superb, and yeah, if you're also new, subscribe, like, all the fun, fancy, cool YouTubey stuff. Today is going to be Barnet and Yeovil, but first, let's show you how we got to where we are in the table. Last episode, we were at the start of September where we played at Weymouth and Bromley. We picked up 4 points from that, and then we had a spectacular rest of September. 3 wins on the spin, Kings Lynn, Woking and Torquay. A 1-1 draw as well against Grimsby. It then kind of started to fall apart in October, but we did start it off with a 2-0 victory against Darlington. South Shields and Bath, however, we weren't very good. We then played Maidenhead in the FA Cup 4th qualifying round, and I went pretty much full strength, and we put 5 past them. So at the end of Season 2, I mentioned Dom Ballard and another player called Gary Ballard who came through our youth intake and said they weren't related. It turns out they are. Gary Ballard is Dom Ballard's brother. He's not even real. I wonder whether Dom Ballard does actually have a brother who's probably about, 14 at the moment, called Gary. I imagine he probably doesn't, but we do actually have the Ballard brothers playing for Dover. For match number 1 of the episode is going to be Barnet away from home. They are struggling in the league, I think down in 17th place. It is going to be Fryer in goal, Payne, Orr, Pambu and Garrett at the back, Craig, Brown and Malone in midfield, Dom Ballard, Jack Spong and Rob Street up front. This is our starting 11. I've started to use this function here. I have this set, for this is our main starting 11, and if they're all fit, we're playing that. Otherwise, I'll click the next match only and then do some changes. So if they're fit and ready to play, they will be playing. So we are fresh off the back of a 5-0 victory against a Vanarama South team. I believe they're in the Vanarama South. I don't know what Barnet were doing. I have no idea. They might be off the back of a lovely victory or a terrible, terrible defeat. We've both got a Zach Brown. There's 2 Zach Browns. There are 2 Zach Browns playing in this match. This could get confusing. Dom Ballard with the ball for us. Lewis Payne with it now. Back to Zach Orr, who has scored, I think, about 6 goals this season now. Payne down to Ballard on the right-hand side. Rob Street's in the middle. It's back to Lewis Payne. Now Zach Brown. Zach Brown. Craig, play it the other way. We want to go the other way. Zach Brown has it again. Now Matthew Craig across, finds Malone. Lovely through ball. Dom Ballard is there. And Dom Ballard gets his 3rd goal of the season. 10 minutes on the clock. We have taken the lead against Barnet. And we are genuinely looking like a quite strong Vanarama side. Just so you're aware, Barnet, Zach Brown and our Zach Brown are definitely 2 different players as they actually have faces. Also, they are quite different in terms of ability and position. Arguably, their Zach Brown's better than ours. Kind of annoying. Spong with a free kick for us towards the back post. It's Rob Street was the man there, heading it just over the bar. I'm trying to see where we are in the table following that opening goal. We're moving up to 5th at the moment. I guess that means probably Port Vale, Southend, Chesterfield and Yeovil are also doing quite well. Chesterfield are losing against Boreham Wood. Fair enough, a whole load of goals have just gone in. Port Vale 3-0 up against Maidstone. Not a huge amount going on here against Barnet. It is going to be hopefully 1-0 to Dover at half-time. It is 1-0 to Dover. We are going to do one change. We're going to do one change, and it's Rob Street coming off. He is not as great as he was before. Jaden Williams is going to come on. He is searching for a goal. I don't think he scored. He might have scored, actually, in the cup game. But Jaden Williams needs to get himself a league goal. He's good. He's really good. He just can't seem to score any goals. It is Mason Clark with the ball for Barnet. 5 minutes into the second half. He's got no support there. Don't really know why Fryer saved that. Seemed like it was going wide. It's going to be a corner. Who's taking it? It is Zach Brown to take the corner. Of course it is, because he takes our corners as well. Jarvis's header goes wide. It's not a header, it was a handball. It's going to be a free kick. 60 minutes now played. Looking at the match stats, we are getting shots for days. We're not seeing any of them as highlights, and we're not scoring from them, obviously. Ballard's corner comes in. It's Zach Orr, and Zach Orr gets his 7th goal of the season. It is 2-0 away from home against Barnet, and this is looking likely to be 3 further points in the bag for the little team from the South Coast. I said in the last episode that I wasn't expecting this to be a quite interesting season. I was expecting about mid-table, and it could still turn out to be that. But right now, we are flying high and potentially on course for a playoff spot. We are going to take off Zach Brown for Jack Turner. We are also going to do Harvey Woods, I think, coming on for Jack Spong. Not because Jack Spong's having a bad game, he's just very tired. Richards with a goal kick. 7 minutes left of normal time. Leon Pambu is not going to control it. Instead, he's eventually controlled it. He does control it. I thought he was going to control it first time. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know whether you've realised this. Turner with the ball for us. Back to Tyler Garrett on the left-hand side. Forward to Harvey Woods. He's going for a lovely little run inside. Garrett's carrying on round his outside. Instead, Woods is holding it up. Does eventually find Garrett. Back to Craig. Forward to Jack Turner. Tries to weasel out some space for himself and can't manage it. Williams is there. And Jaden Williams has put the ball in. It's not going to count. It's not going to count. He was going to be offside. It isn't going to count. Williams' first goal is not here just yet. He's miles off, isn't he? Yeah, fair enough. We are seeing the free kick as well. So, Richards kicks it long over the halfway line. Pambu gets it forward. Woods to Garrett. I have just realised that we are essentially a Southampton under-18s team 3 years into the future. Leon Pambu to Garrett. We've probably got, 7 former Southampton players currently on the pitch. Woods is going for a run across the halfway line. The substitute forward, not the best pass, but Jack Turner luckily steals the ball. Tyler Garrett on the left. 3, maybe 4 in the box if he crosses it in now. It's Malone across to Woods. Woods is going to go back to Tyler Garrett. I thought he wanted to go across towards the middle of the pitch. It's now Malone. Crosses eventually coming in. Don Ballard's not going to go for the headed effort. Instead, it's cleared. Lewis Payne picks it up. Final 5 minutes have been entered. Ballard on the right-hand side. 3 in the box. He's been pushed over by English. It is going to be a penalty. I don't know who takes penalties. I have no idea who takes our penalties. Who is this stepping up? It is Jaden Williams. Okay, this could be the best time. It is the best time. Jaden Williams has finally got his first goal for Dover Athletic. He's had a couple of bites of the cherry today, but this time he puts the ball in the back of net. 3-0. 3-0 away from home against Barnet. And this is not the type of performance I was expecting to see from our team, but we are picking up 3 further points. We've absolutely battered them as well. So with that victory, we are in 5th place now in the table, 27 points. I'm just doing this out of interest, okay? Last season, what got playoffs? What did 7th place's playoffs? So, Eastleigh were just in on 80 points. Arguably, that is our target, and about a quarter of the way through the season, we're probably on target to hit that 80 points, which is absolutely perfect. We're going to go forward to the next match of the episode, which I think is, it's table-topping Yeovil. This one might be a defeat. For the Yeovil game, then, we're at home for this one. 2 changes to the starting 11. Fryer keeps his place. Payne, Orr and Garrett also remain in defence, but Sendles White comes in for Leon Pambu. You've noticed a lot of conditioning issues potentially with the team. They're in good condition, but they're a little bit tired. It's going to be Craig in midfield with Brown and Malone, Ballard and Spong on the wings, and Jaden Williams is going to get a start today up front because Rob Street, even though he scored 9 goals, he sometimes plays really, really badly, so we're going to give Williams a chance. So, Yeovil then in their green. We are obviously in our home kit wearing the white. It's probably going to be a close to sellout, I think, because we seem to sell a lot more tickets now we're in the league above. I think it's going to be a close to a sellout. Then again, I have no idea how big our stadium actually is. 20 minutes on the clock already, and we do actually have a highlight. Spong's going to take the corner. It's found Zach Orr, and Zach Orr gets number 8 of the season. He loves a goal. I am fully aware that this is kind of down to corners and how good crosses are and things like that, but the fact that our second top goal scorer is a centre-back is borderline impressive, isn't it? We're going to move up to 4th place if everything stays this way. We've got ourselves another corner. Ballard is the man to take it this time towards Zach Orr. Zach Orr is there. He's hit the bar this time. And Gorman can get the ball clear. Is something going to come from it? No, it doesn't. Zach Brown with the ball for us. Tries to find Ballard on the right and does manage it. Lewis Payne is there. Now Zach Brown, once again, number 21. Back to Craig. Forward to Brown. Lovely little bit of passing football here from Dover. It's inviting Lewis Payne forward. That's a good little pass. Payne, though, not necessarily capitalising on that pass. Craig with the ball. Forward to Malone. Touches it to Ballard. Williams is there. And Jaden Williams is there. He's got his second goal of the season. Does he? No, he doesn't. He's offside again. I think this one was a lot closer. He probably was still offside. Yeah, I guess he was, but at least he's scoring goals. They might not be legal, but at least he's scoring them. Half-time then, 1-0 against Yeovil. It's actually fairly even. That's a great team talk. Let's not even bother pressing anything else. Let's just go straight into the second half. Fitness concerns are starting to be a bit of an issue. Payne or Garrett, you can see Malone, Ballard and Spong all starting to struggle now. Looking at the Yeovil team, they're similar situation, but they're not as bad. We seem to be a lot worse for wear. Zach Orr's chested that ball down comfortably inside his own half. 1 hour just ticks over on the clock. Jaden Williams needs a little bit of support. Backwards to Brown instead. Ballard's there, does use Dom Ballard. He's going for a lovely run himself. Long range chance from Ballard. Almost finds itself in the top corner, but instead just goes over the bar. I'm thinking we need to do some changes. And they're fitness related more than anything else. All 3 changes are going to happen then. Bramble, Pambu and Jack Turner coming on for Zach Orr, Lewis Payne and Zach Brown. I don't really want to bring off Zach Orr because he's so good at football, but he is so tired. And I'd rather have a slightly more fit central defender to play alongside Sendles White. We are ticking away the clock here. 75 minutes played. Yeovil have themselves a corner. It comes in. It's Hunt and Max Hunt. Need to say that slowly, don't you? Makes it 1-1. It's his first goal of the season, but it's come from a corner. It's set pieces work for both teams. Jack Spong, I probably should have subbed off as well, even though we technically can't because we don't have enough substitutions. It looks like it might be a 1-1 draw, although, hold on, we've nicked the ball here. Thought that was going to be a Yeovil chance. Tyler Garrett on that left-hand side. He's got no energy whatsoever. We need to hope for an international break or something. It's going to be a red card for Wakefield, isn't it? That's going to be a red card. I'm not quite sure what happened, but you can tell from a highlight. That's definitely a red card. And we are going to have ourselves a free kick, which we are not going to get to see. That could have been a great chance to whip the ball in corner-like. Instead, it is going to end 1-1 on the South Coast. We were the better side, them dropping down to 10 men. Fitness was the problem here. If we had a better fitness across the team, I think we probably would have won that one. Well, we've started the episode in 6th, 2 further games played, and we have moved up to 5th place, but joint on points with 6th. We haven't really moved very far, but we have picked up a valuable point against Yeovil. That is a massive point. It's also helped out the rest of the league. I've just seen Zach Orr has the highest average rating in the league of a 7.77. Spong has got 8 assists, 6 man of the match awards as well for Zach Orr, 9 clean sheets out of 16 games for Joe Fryer. I think we have started this season pretty well. What are we going to do next episode? We are probably going to go Boreham Wood, maybe Chesterfield, Harrogate. We're going to go to the middle of December for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, do please remember leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new and you're enjoying the videos, and I'll be back next time for Chesterfield and for Harrogate and probably a couple more Zach Orr goals. Thanks for watching. 3 matches coming up in today's episode. There has been a bit of a change of plan because we are actually doing quite well in the FA Cup and we've got a winnable game in the second round. Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic in the Vanarama National League. And since we last met, we've won quite a lot of football matches and then lost against Fylde because of a Sonny Davis own goal and then a draw as well with York. We've won absolutely everything else and we've been rotating our side because we need to, because I think our style of football kind of wears our players out. Our entire defence need a rest. We're playing Wycombe today. They're not getting one. Just in case you weren't aware as well, this is what the league table currently looks like. Up in 5th place at the moment. We're already halfway to our points target of 80 points, which should be getting us into the playoffs. I wasn't expecting playoffs in Season 1 back in this league, but here we are. We are, 8 points off the top of the table as well. So that is also certainly a possibility. But first, let's see how well we do against Wycombe. The starting lineup then for the match against Wycombe. We are away from home. They are a League 1 side, but they are struggling, which is why I think we genuinely have a chance of actually winning this game, because they are down in 22nd place in the table. We obviously flying nice and high in our league. It's going to be Fryer in goal, Lewis Payne, Zach Orr, Leon Pambu and Nathan Ralph in defence. This is Nathan Ralph. I realise we've only got one left back and yeah, he's always very, very tired, so we've brought in another one. Not really the most attack-minded fullback, but he's good enough. In fact, technically, if you listen to our coaches, he's better than Tyler Garrett. We've also got Zach Brown, Dan Malone and Michael Craig. It's Matthew Craig. It's one of the Craigs. It's Matthew Craig. Is it Dan? It's Dan. It is Dan. It's Dan Malone. It's Zach Brown. It's Matthew Craig. It's Harvey Woods and Jack Spong on the wings. It's Rob Street up front. You feel like I should know our players by this point, but I really don't. On the subs bench, we do have the Ballard brothers. Dom is there because he's not particularly match fit. Gary is there because he's also... I say he's not match fit. He is match fit. He's been playing a lot for the under-18s, and I want to gently ease him into the first team, even though he's still only 16. Maybe we could see a Gary appearance in this cup tie. Here we go then, walking out wearing our white kits, Wickham in their famous blue and blue corners, checkered corners, whatever you call it, I'm not quite sure. I don't know whether they're playing a full-strength side or whether they're deciding to take it a little bit easy on us. First chance goes to Wickham, and Lewis Payne off the line gets the ball clear, finds Rob Street. Is this a counter-attack for us? It's Obito with a decent slide tackle to prevent Rob Street from getting any further forward. First chance goes Wickham's way. Second chance might be going our way. Spong's corner comes in. Leon Pambu is there. And Leon Pambu, who has stepped up recently, similar to Zach Orr, he's managed to make it 1-0 in the FA Cup second round against Wickham. If we hold on to this, we could be setting up a third round tie, which will fix our finances for a good number of years. 20 minutes on the clock now. Ralph has been pushed over by Grimmer, and that is going to be a second yellow card for the Wickham Wanderers, man. They're down to 10 men. Everything is playing into our hands. We need to get ourselves a second goal. That's what we need. Ingram's claimed that one from Jack Spong's free kick. It's a kick over the halfway line, but towards absolutely nobody. Nathan Ralph is going to keep the ball in play. Just his second appearance for Dover, by the way. He joined on a non-contract basis. Malone's cross comes in. Harvey Woods is at the back post. And we are 2-0 up against Wickham Wanderers in the FA Cup second round. We are actually going to cause an upset. This season, I was expecting nothing to happen. We might be going into the playoffs and playing an FA Cup third round tie against a big, big side. Zach Orr has taken a knock. That's not good. That is really not good, because obviously Zach Orr is one of our best players. Half-time, we are dominating. Absolutely dominating Wickham. We are going to have to do this Zach Orr sub. Sendles White is going to be the man to come on. I'm also thinking, do we look at bringing on Gary Ballard sooner rather than later? We're 2-0 up. We're 2-0 up. It's basically game over at this point, isn't it? 5 minutes into the second half, and we've got the ball with Leon Pambu, the goal scorer, one of our 2 goal scorers. Pambu again with the ball. Where are you going to go, buddy? The big French defender across to Jamie Sendles White. The substitute runs forward with the ball. I still don't know whether he's told to run forward with the ball or whether he just does it because he's quite good at dribbling. It's on the right-hand side to Harvey Woods, the other goal scorer. Number 24, back to Lewis Payne. Not the best idea in my opinion. Back to Sendles White. Coming forward again, Matthew Craig to Dan Malone. Through ball to Rob Street. Is it going to be 3? It is 3. Rob Street's 15th goal of the season. And we are heading to an FA Cup third round tie against a big boy. That's what we want. We want a Man United at Old Trafford, because that is going to fix our money for a very long time. Time is ticking away quite nicely. We are going to do a couple of changes now. We're looking at fitness concerns, because obviously we do have too many games being played. We're going to do Zach Brown for Jack Turner. We're going to do Jack Spong for Gary Ballard, not Dom Ballard. We're 3-0 up. We don't need Dom, we need Gary. Final 10 minutes. Wickham have themselves a chance from the corner. Leon Pambu, though, big head clear. Hanlon is going to collect it, so Wickham are going to come forward once again. Down the right-hand side, Joe Fryer comes out. Lovely television save there from the goalkeeper. And he's thrown it across his goal when he's not on his line, which is a worry. Sendles White to Lewis Payne. Forward to Harvey Woods on the right-hand side. Back to Lewis Payne, all the way back to Matthew Craig. Now Sendles White again. We like to pass it around in little triangles, which is really good, actually. That's arguably a very, very key part of our game. Sendles White in the middle, finds Pambu loads and loads of space. Are we going to get number 4? Gary Ballard. Lovely ball through from Gary Ballard. Rob Street on the half volley, on the turn, hits it just over the bar. Still remains 3-0 to Dover Athletic, but we are going through to an FA Cup third round tie. I don't know when the draw is. But I just hope that we get one of the big boys. The full-time whistle goes, and arguably we should have scored more. 20 shots, 10 on target, 3-0 win. We just shut Wickham up completely. FA Cup third round, here we come. Bad news. Zach Orr is out for 3 weeks, or 11 days to 14 days. So 2 weeks. He's out for 2 weeks. Not ideal. We've received 35k from that match as well. How was that? Has that fixed our finances? Yes, it has. It certainly has. So we've gone from 95,000 in debt to 3,000 in debt. We have fixed our finances. When is the draw for the next FA Cup round? The 11th of December. So we are going to see that in a second. We're going to go forward to the FA Cup third round tie. I want Man United. That's the one we want. I don't need to go through the teams left in the draw, do I? But obviously all the Premier League sides have entered at this point. I don't think there are too many non-league sides left in at this point. Particularly, there are no non-league sides below the Vanarama South. I think we are probably, looking at it, everyone is Vanarama National League, no North or South. So, we are one of the lowest ranked teams left in the competition, which is no surprise to anybody. We don't want to be playing a League 2 side if we can help it. Middlesbrough we now need to take a look. What is the size? I mean, it's going to be a big stadium, isn't it? It's facilities. It's a reasonable sized stadium, 34,000 capacity, but they're probably not selling it out. 20,000, 16,000. It's not the big money tie, is it? It's not the big money tie that we're after. But it does mean that match will be in the next episode. And probably Kings Lynn, because we've played Weymouth and Bromley already. Match number 2 then of the episode, back down to earth. It is going to be Chesterfield away from home, and you've already spotted that starting 11. There's a lot of rotation going on. Fryer keeps his place in goal. Sonny Davis, Sendles-White, Goodman and Tyler Garrett in defence. Bramble, Turner and Malone in midfield. Ballard and Ballard on the wings. Rob Street up front. I just need a little bit of a break because so many of our players need some form of a rest. So many of them. If we go down, Zach Brown is there, Pambu's there. Obviously, the injury to Zach Orr as well is not ideal. So yeah, this is what we're going to go for. It does mean that Gary Ballard gets to have a lovely start in the league. These fitness concerns could genuinely put a dampener on the squad harmony and dynamic system, because obviously if we lose to teams like Chesterfield, who are up into 4th place, Street's coming for that, he's not managed to get it though, Hamilton holds on. If we lose to somebody like a Chesterfield, it might damage morale a little bit. And then if we lose the next match, it might damage morale a little bit further. Johnson's in on goal. Fryer can stop that one from going in. 5 minutes on the clock. We've both had a couple of chances each. It's going to be a corner. It's going to be the man Clark to take it left-footed towards the back post. It's a good clearance from TJ Bramble. Street, is he going to get there first? No, he doesn't. But Daniel Malone picks it up, but we're not going to see any further highlight. I'm expecting us to maybe not win this game. The way we're playing at the moment, we're not really having any chances. Chesterfield also not having too many chances either. But we're not really doing a lot at all. Goodman on a 6.3. We've got a very, very tired Daniel Malone in the middle of the pitch. Jack Turner has the ball after 40 minutes played. Sendles-White to Turner. Finds Don Ballard. Long range effort from Don Ballard. And Don Ballard gets his 6th goal of the season into the top corner. We are starting to score screamers as well, by the way. This is something that always happens against us. Very rarely happens for us. And we finally started to do it. We have taken the lead in this match against Chesterfield. Is that going to move us up the table? Doesn't look like it. Wonderful. We've got an injury. Luckily, Nathan Ralph is on the bench, so he's going to come on. We are going to start to drop like flies as we get towards the Christmas period, although we're technically already in it. No changes for us as we go into the second half. We are going to hopefully see something from this. All the way back to the Chesterfield goalkeeper. Long kick over the halfway line. Johnson's controlled that. Plays it across to Rowley. Polion's there. Polion's effort goes just wide of Joe Fryer's post. We keep our 1-goal lead for the moment. Fryer with a goal kick. Jamie Sendles-White, who he's kind of a fringe central defender now. He still plays quite a lot of football, but Pambu and Zach Orr are the 2 main players at the moment. Long ball forward, doesn't manage to find Rob Street. And now Polion over the top to Johnson. It's a wonderful save from Joe Fryer. And end the highlight now would be nice. He's kicked it upfield. It's carrying on. This is a concern. Rowley to Pike. The right back on the right-hand side. The highlight ends there. We've got ourselves a corner. If we can nick a goal from the corner, Ralph is taking it. The left back crosses it in. It's almost managed to find one of our players. Ballard back to Ralph. Still plenty in the box. Don Ballard again. And oh my word, Don Ballard scored a screamer, but it's not going to count. I think it might have been Ralph was offside. So the initial pass back to Ralph here, he was offside. Yes, he was. It's going to remain 1-0. Don Ballard, though, does love to score absolute cracking goals at the moment. Sendles-White has just hooked a clearance upfield, but it's only found a Chesterfield shut. Tomlinson to Walker. Forward to Reeves. Back to Walker. I mean, every highlight seems to start with Chesterfield doing something and Joe Fryer saving it like that. Sonny Davis kicks that one off for a throw. A throw that we don't get to see. I want to do some subs, but there looks like there's a free kick at a very, very good position for Chesterfield. It is going to be Brad Walker stepping up to take it. Right-footed free kick. Joe Fryer again with a good save. Tomlinson's collected it. Plays it back to Reeves. Facing away from goal. Olieki, maybe, goes for goal from Reeves. It's blocked. Gary, go on Gary. Gary's got there first. It's not a good pass from Gary Ballard. Rob Street is making the most of things and he's balls that up as well. Right, let's do some changes. We've obviously only got 2 to do because of the injury. Right, I'm looking at my subs bench and I didn't really sort it out, did I? Riley Wright can play on either flank. So Riley Wright is going to come on for Gary Ballard because Gary Ballard isn't playing very well. Jake Goodman having a poor game. We'll do Lewis Payne. I mean, that's all of our options. I should have subbed off some of the players who were more regular starters rather than the wing back or the winger who very rarely plays for us and the centre back who's literally making his first appearance of the season today. But there we are. Final few minutes of the match. Do we go defensive? And by do we, yes, we do go defensive. If they score from this, I'm not going to be happy. Just as I knock it down to defensive, it's a header clear. Sonny Davis has got a knock. I think someone else has also got a knock. It is right up front, or on the left wing, sorry, he's got a knock. Reeves with the ball, crosses it in. Eventually, back post is Jack Clark. It is not going to count, though. It is going to be pulled back. I think Jack Clark may well have been offside. It is still 1-0 to Dover. 2 minutes, 15 seconds of injury time to play. Essen on the right for Chesterfield. On the ground to Clark. In the middle is McCourt. Crossfield ball. Get it clear, Sonny Davis. Sonny Davis does get the ball clear, but it is all Chesterfield at the moment. We are hopefully going to hold on, but I genuinely don't have too much faith because so many times we seem to balls it up late on, particularly last season and the season before. Wright isn't going to get there first. Chesterfield still pressuring. With 1:40, cross comes in, Johnson's there, it's a header clear from Sandals White, Turner flicks it on further, Rob Street's got no support, but sometimes he doesn't really need the support, he's going out wide to the right hand side. Keep going buddy, just time waste all you want. In towards the corner, there's one player in the middle, he's crossed it in, is he going to find Riley Wright? Riley Wright's headed effort goes just over the bar, so that all came to a counter-attack of all things. The worrying thing is, we are seeing the goal kick as well from Chesterfield. Clark heads down. Lewis Payne, the sub, gets there first. And we are hopefully just going to pass the ball around and run down the clock. Sendals White loves to run forward. Why? Why does he do that all the time? Don Ballard across Sonny Davis. Kelvin Davis's son. Sendals White again. He's going for another little run down the wing. Don Ballard. I mean, time's ticking away. There is 25 seconds. 25 seconds to just keep hold of the ball, lads. You don't even need to do anything. Just keep hold of the ball, pass it around defence, wait for that whistle to go, pick up the 3 points away from home against a very good Chesterfield side with, let's be honest, an absolutely terrible Dover team at the moment. Ballard to Jack Turner down the right-hand side. He's got company. The full-time whistle goes. It is a 1-0 victory away from home, and we kind of stole that one, and I'm perfectly fine with doing that. That's not something you like to see, is it? Tyler Garrett injured. What's up? 4 to 5 weeks with a fractured toe. We've also missing Sonny Davis for 5 to 8 days. Not ideal. Riley Wright out for 2 to 3 days. Fitness concerns for Lewis Payne and Daniel Malone. We've got 4 days until we play our next match, which is why I've actually started to do a little bit more depth, shall we say. Jordan McAneff, formerly of Arsenal, got released at the end of the season, didn't have a club. We brought him in on a non-contract basis. I'm going to try and get in a couple more players if we can, but I don't know how much we're going to be able to do before the Harrogate game, which will be in this episode, so let's jump straight to that. It's the day of the Harrogate game and we have brought in 2 further players. There should have been a third, but unfortunately he's not agreed a contract just yet. And by contract, how much money we're just going to pay him if he's going to play a game for us. Jack Wakely is first up, 23-year-old English central defender, formerly of the team that we beat earlier on in this episode, Wycombe Wanderers. He's come in non-contract basis, might not actually get on the pitch or anything, but he's here if we need him. Same with Harry Phipps, a 25-year-old English central midfielder. This is where I think we don't have a huge amount of options at the moment. Phipps is going to hopefully, I say not play. I don't think he is going to play, but again, he's another option if we need to use him. He's there. The starting lineup then for the Harrogate game, once again away from home, it's going to be Joe Fryer in goal, who has had a superb last 5 matches by the looks of it. Lewis Payne, Jack Wakely, Leon Pambu and Nathan Ralph in defence, so Wakely will be making his debut today. Matthew Craig, Zach Brown and Ryan Chavez Munoz in the middle of the pitch with Harvey Woods and Jack Spong on the wings. Rob Street as our striker. No, we won't do Rob Street. We will do Jaden Williams as our striker on the bench. Sendles White, TJ Bramble, McAnuff, Jack Turney and Rob Street. I would argue that our team is a little bit stronger for this third match of the episode than it was for the second match against Chesterfield, and we managed to pick up a point there. We didn't pick up a point, we picked up 3 points, didn't we? So, yeah, hopefully Hopefully, we can do a slightly better job here, maybe score a couple more goals. 22 minutes on the clock. Harrogate wearing the yellow today, coming forward with the ball. Hardy. He's got some company in Leon Pambu. Dempsey now on the right-hand side, a little bit further right to McBride. Are we playing Fulham from the early 2000s? Hardy's in, and what a finish that is from Joe Hardy. Across from Brian McBride off of a Clint Dempsey pass, apparently. And it is 1-0 to Harrogate, and that is a cracking goal. Not the ideal start. Oh, even better. Ralph has picked up an injury. Lewis Payne's throw to Harvey Woods. Back to Payne. Crosses it in. Spong's there unmarked. And Spong, who I think is a little lad, he's only about 5'8", 5'9", something like that, heads that one over the bar. And at half-time already, Harrogate's one chance on goal, really, that we saw was the best thing about the game completely so far. I mean, we're not playing well. We're just not playing well at all. I've just said, I don't even know what I said. Did I say you're playing well? I feel like I might have said you're unlucky. Harrogate with a ball in a very good position just before the hour mark. Hardy, the goal scorer from well outside the area. Thompson, good slide tackle from the new signing Wakely, but it's not cleared far enough. And I think that is going to be a goal kick. It is a goal kick. Goes over the bar. I think we need to do some changes. We need to try and mix something up. Ralph, I mean, he's one of our better players on the pitch, so I don't want to bring him off. Harvey Woods is coming off. Jordan McAnuff is going to come on. Zach Brown as well for Jack Turner. And I think we're going to need to take Wakely off for Jamie Sendles-White. That's all of our changes. No, we don't do that last one. We don't do that last one. We do Jaden Williams for Rob Street. Fully aware it's a massive risk leaving Nathan Ralph on the pitch despite his injury, but he's one of our better players at the moment, and I think if we take him off, we're just taking a backward step. Final 10 minutes of the game, I'm going to give him a shout. I don't need to do this too often at the moment. They seem to be playing quite well. But it looks like it is going to be a defeat against Harrogate. But our fitness concerns have been the main problem here. I don't think we're playing particularly badly, but we're having to play more and more fringe players every single week at the moment. Injured players as well. Jack Spong with the ball in the penalty area. We've got a minute and a half. The cross comes in. Rob Street heads over the bar. That was the chance to equalise the game. Or maybe this is the chance to equalise the game. Fair enough. Jack Turner with it across. Ryan Chavez Munoz. Long ball over the top. Finds Spong on the left. Get some players in the box, lads. Spong tries to cross it in. Can't manage it. Wins a corner. Leon Pambu, get up there. We want to get everyone up there. Wakely, get up there as well. If we can nod this one in, pick up a point against Harrogate in a match where we've not been particularly great. It's not looking likely, is it? Thompson's counter-attacking now. Final 15 seconds. McAnuff can't do a lot there really either. And it is going to be a 1-0 defeat away from home against Harrogate. On paper, doesn't sound terrible, does it? Doesn't sound like a terrible result. If we were playing them at home, full strength side, we should have won that game. Obviously away from home with a very weakened side. We got unlucky. We genuinely got unlucky. Players started to perform well in the second half. Listen, Jamie Crosswell, my head of physio. Matthew Craig, Zach Brown, Leon Pambu and Lewis Payne are a little jaded. Yes, and they will be for quite a while, because if you look at our fixture congestion, it's pretty busy at the moment. It is December. We've had a very busy November, a very busy December. Hopefully, I mean, we're playing Monday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Saturday. I mean, that's a big break there, isn't it? That's like a 2-week break between Middlesbrough and Bromley. So next episode is going to be Weymouth again. I think we've already played Weymouth once so far this season, but it's going to be Weymouth again away from home. It's going to be Middlesbrough. We might also do Kings Lynn as well, something like that. But that is what we're going to do next time. This time, though, we managed to beat Wickham. We managed to beat Chesterfield and a 1-0 defeat against Harrogate. Not ideal, but we're through to an FA Cup third round. Middlesbrough is the big money ticket for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, please remember, like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, stick your comments down in the comment section below, and I'll be back next time for an FA Cup third round match that should fix our finances. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic, and I know it has been a few days since the last episode and quite a few things have happened in that time. A lot of Premier League matches have been cancelled, there's been a new Football Manager update as well, and I've become a dad. That's why there's been a big break. So, where are we then? Because I literally haven't played the game for going on maybe 8-9 days, something along those lines. I don't really know what's going on, so I need to kind of give myself a quick refresher. Last episode, I'm pretty sure we did Wickham, and I want to say Harrogate? I think? Was it Harrogate? Maybe it wasn't Harrogate at all. I'm pretty sure we did Wickham in the last episode. So today we're going to be doing Middlesbrough. We're going to also do Bromley. I probably said we're going to do something completely different, but that's what we're going to go for. We've kind of done okay. by the looks of it, in between episodes. We've drawn with Southend, drawn with Solihull, drawn with Weymouth, beat Port Vale, beat Stevenage. So we are still up the right end of the table, currently sat 4th place. We have made a signing as well. I checked this before I hit record. Another central midfielder has joined the ranks on a non-contract basis. Jack Hinshelwood has signed from Brighton. He's very good mentally, very good, or not very good, reasonably physically. Technically, he's lots of 7s and 8s, really, but he's probably not going to play a lot. He's there for depth. That's why we've got him. Let's play Middlesbrough and try and get ourselves into the FA Cup 4th round. Yeah, I remember now. All of our players are basically giving up at playing football for the moment. I mean, we're in January. We've gone past the Christmas period. So, yeah, let me fix this. So, not a huge amount of changes. We are still playing 2 players who probably shouldn't be playing. It's going to be Fryer in goal, Payne or Pambu and Ralph at the back, Craig, Brown and Malone in midfield. Harvey Woods comes in on the right-hand side for Don Ballard, Jack Spong on the left-hand side, and Rob Street will be our main goal threat for this one. It's a 4-3-3. I don't remember whether this is what we've been playing. I think it is. I'm not expecting Zach Orr to score as many goals now because of obviously the update that took place, which apparently nerfed corners to the front post. We're going to keep going to see if they actually do anything different. So, one good thing that is actually on our side for this Middlesbrough match, they are not doing very well. They're a championship side down the wrong end of the table, so they're on such poor form. Such poor form. We are obviously on a reasonable run of form. There is a slim chance that we might be able to beat them here. I'm not expecting too much because, let's face it, they're about 4 leagues ahead of us. We are holding on at the moment, and by holding on, we've had 4 shots. No highlights, no shots on target, but we are getting there. We've got ourselves a corner, apparently. We're not seeing any highlights. What's going on? Now we're seeing a highlight. It's taken 42 minutes to get there, and unfortunately for us, we've thrown it straight to a Middlesbrough shirt. Areola finds Frabotta on that left-hand side. I don't know whether they're going full strength, playing some youngsters. Adrian Gerbic, maybe, has made it 1-0 to Middlesbrough. I mean, we were optimistic if we were going to try and get anything out of this. We're going to keep going. We're not playing terrible. Zach Orr, despite the update, he's still playing really well on a 7.1, 7.0. Half-time then at the Riverside. I would like to know, can we see how many people are in attendance? Is this a thing we can find out? Because obviously, being the FA Cup, this is our way to get money. This should be a decent enough windfall for us. I'm not expecting huge money. We're not expecting millions of pounds. If it was somebody like a United, somebody like that, where they'll sell maybe 20,000 tickets, we'll pick up a lot of cash. Middlesbrough probably sold 9,401. It's a reasonable number. Nothing is really happening, is it? Nothing's going our way. We are playing pretty poor in midfield. Jack Turner's going to come on for Zach Brown. Do we do? Jordan McAneff. I don't know where he should play. I think a winger, but he can also play in the middle as a ball-winning midfielder or as a pressing forward. He's a bit of a strange man, isn't he? Why? No, right. Let's bring him on. Let's bring him on. Actually, let's do Harvey Woods. Let's put him on the right-hand side. Keep Rob Street on. We've got one more change to do. I don't want to bring Jack Hinshelwood on, although Daniel Malone isn't doing so well. So maybe we'll do that as well. We'll give Hinshelwood his debut. No, we won't. Why did I even put him on the bench? We'll just do those 2. Match stats-wise, we're actually not doing bad, are we? 6 shots, 0 on target. Let's ignore that number. But we are getting chances. We've got a throw in a pretty good position. Craig, back to Malone. Ralph crosses the ball in. Back post is Rob Street. It goes just over the bar. First real chance that went our way. It's taken a long time to get there. Didn't even count as a shot. Oh no, apparently it did about 5 minutes later. Into injury time then. Not a lot we can really do. I think we got outdone by fitness. We got outdone by basically playing against a championship side. Second half, they just kind of picked it up a bit, didn't they? We didn't do anything in the second half. We should have scored a goal in the first half when we had a reasonable amount of possession. In fact, we had more possession and we still lost. That's annoying. Right, now the interesting thing is what do we pick up financially? We are going to obviously be told, yeah, we've lost and all this lot. Philip Koku's been sacked. Why am I being told this? Are you expecting me to go for the Philip Koku or the Reading job? The Philip Koku job. I don't want it. What did we get financially? We've got 37k in the bank. Hold on. 149,000. 150k we got from gate receipts in January alone. Probably 125k of that, I reckon, was that one match alone. That's very, very good. Right, we're now going to go forward. to the final match, I think, in January it is. It's going to be at home against Bromley. Have we already played them once this season? Yes, we have. It was a 1-1 draw. Zach Orr scored. Let's hope we can get back to winning ways. See you in a second. Match number 2 of the episode then, at home against Bromley. It is the 27th of January now, so we have had a massive break since the Middlesbrough defeat, and it means a lot of our players are now match fit again, which is absolutely perfect. The only player who is kind of missing is Dom Ballard. I don't want to play him just yet. We are going to stick with the 4-3-3 formation. Fryer in goal, Payne, Orr, Pambu and Tyler Garrett in defence. Craig, Brown and Ryan Chavez-Munoz in midfield. Mukanev, Spong and Street as our strikers. Wakely, Bramble, Malone, Woods and Williams as our substitutes. We should be beating Bromley at home, a team who I think are down in 17th place. We are still up in 4th place in the table. A lot of matches have been going on around us. So in the time, basically, when we played Middlesbrough, there were some league games going on. There were some league games going on between then and now as well. We haven't moved at all. We are well clear, actually, of 8th place. Who is that? South Shields, I think? So what was that? 7 points clear of outside of the playoffs. We are 7 points behind top of the table as well. We are more likely to go down than we are up, I think. Spong with a corner. Here we go. Near post corner. Is it going to work? Leon Pambu's there. Bryn with the save. So he's still good enough to get on the end of it. Pambu is a big lad. He's a very big lad. So, Fedel Ross Lang's got the ball there. McKnight on the right-hand side. Ross Lang, by the way, player who I tried to sign in the summer on a free, and he decided to go to Bromley. The cross comes in. Ross Lang is there. How have we not got the ball clear? The two former Southampton men kicking the ball between them, and it's fallen to our goalkeeper. I think we kind of got lucky there. Half-time, not a lot going on. Not a lot at all. They've apparently had two shots in that space of time. We've had 9, 3 on target, but they should have scored their chance. We really shouldn't. We haven't basically had any good chances. I need you to... No, we need to just do that. Ability to make the difference. It's the one that always seems to work. And by always seems to work, it might work. Sometimes it doesn't. Shipley with a free kick for Bromley. It's almost found its way in. Chavez-Munoz with a very calm pass back to the goalkeeper, who was on the floor. Rob Street's trying to get past Howe. Can't manage it. It's gone off for a throw. 60 minutes played. We haven't done anything, really, have we? We had one chance early on. Looking at their match ratings, they're doing all right. We are down here. Tyler Garrett is struggling. We're going to take Garrett off. No, we're not. I didn't sort myself out to have a left back. We do have a right back. I mean, we're just going to have to keep Garrett on, I think. Chavez-Munoz not doing so well, so we'll bring on Malone. Rob Street's coming off for Jaden Williams. We need to find ourselves a goal. This is a must-win game. It's not a must-win. What am I on about? It's a very winnable game. If we win, we're going to keep ourselves up with the top teams. If we lose, we have a slight risk of basically dropping down. Bingham with a corner for Bromley. Everything's going to be Bromley, isn't it? Jordan Shipley's there. It's 1-0 to Bromley. We have been the better side in terms of match stats. In terms of highlights, we've had 1. They've had 3 and taken the lead. I don't like this new update. This new update seems to have broken my team. I mean, defensively, we're doing okay. We've got Pambu on a 7.2. We've got Zach on a 7.0. We lose the match 1-0. We had 10 shots, 3 on target, 1 highlight. What is that performance, lads? We weren't good enough. Thrash arms. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. Everyone listened, apart from Pambu, which is fair. You did all right. Because that match was probably very, very short, we are going to go and do a third match of this episode. It's going to be Kings Lynn, a team who are bottom of the table. We really should be winning this one. We beat them 3-0 earlier on in the season. Match number 3, Kings Lynn away from home. Bottom of the table, Kings Lynn. Should be a nice, easy victory. We have gone for a few changes. We are sticking with the 4-3-3. However, I've gone for an advanced playmaker on attack and a Mazzala on support. I think that's what we had, but the other way round, and one wasn't on attack. I've just kind of tweaked things a little bit. It's going to be Fryer in goal, Payne, Wakely, Pambu and Ralph in defence. Zach Orr as a half-back. It's going to be Zach Brown and Matthew Craig. Matthew's his name. Go away. There we go. Matthew Craig is going to be the advanced playmaker. It's going to be McAneff, Spong and Williams rounding out our squad. I've dropped Rob Street because he is rubbish at the moment. He hasn't played well for the last 4 games. So, yeah, hopefully Williams can get some goals to his name. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but we have a tunnel interview? I feel like I don't attend these. Okay, apparently we're going to do one of these. I know why we had to do one of those. We're on TV. We've actually got a TV match, and somehow I've managed to pick it to show in an episode. So we're getting the fancy TV intro. Kings Lynn then at home, Dover away. Who are we? We are wearing the white. That's what we're wearing. Not who are we. I know who we are. We've dropped down to 5th place. A victory here isn't going to mean a huge amount, really, is it? But it's going to push us slightly further away from that 8th place, where we don't want to be finishing. Straight away as well, we are kicking off with the first highlight of the match. Burgess down that left-hand side. Denton's controlled it forward to Starbuck, across to Sam Bellis. Now Denton, once again, another former Southampton player, is Sam Bellis. Davies to Bellis once again, goes for a long-range chance, curls it in the top corner. Of course he does. They haven't won a game in 5, and Sam Bellis has scored an absolute screamer after 22 seconds. I haven't recorded a video for nearly 2 weeks, and this is the first one we're going to get. We have lost to Middlesbrough, we've lost to Bromley, we're 1-0 down as well against Kings Lynn. Bottom of the table, Kings Lynn. Hold on, Williams is going to get on the end of that. Yes, he does. Can the former Spurs man get himself a goal? No, he can't, because he's got no confidence. It's straight into the keeper. Still 1-0 to Kings Lynn. Corner for McAneff to take it towards the front post. It's Wakely, and Jack Wakely is there. Heads it in off the underside of the bar, near post corners. I think still kind of work. Maybe not as well as they were, but we've definitely scored a goal from one. Ralph with a throw for us. 16 minutes. Lots going on in this match. So all of a sudden, this episode's gone from being about 8 minutes with 2 matches to probably 45 minutes with 3 matches. Josie's controlled it for Kings Lynn. Forward to Sam Bellis. Is he going to score another screamer? Starbuck to Denton on the left. It's a good slide from Payne, but it's back to Denton. Crosses in. Davies is there. It's a good save from Wright. It's quite an acrobatic effort from Davies. McAneff with the ball, finds Zach Brown, playing kind of out of position, but also not, because he's very good at football. Spong on the left-hand side, crosses it in, back post is McAneff. It's straight into the hands of the keeper. His second chance goes wide of the post. It is still 1-1, but we are looking much better now. Ralph's throw finds Spong. Ralph needs to get up there. He's taking his time, does get the ball back. Ralph, I probably need to give a permanent contract because he's still only on a non-contract basis. Zach Brown's in there with the ball in the penalty area, crosses it in. It's Matthew Craig. It might be Michael. I've already forgotten his name. He heads over the bar. Still 1-1. And it stays 1-1 going into the break. It's been even. It's been very even. And I'm worried. I'm worried that the game engine update, where they've done some changes, has kind of broken our form a little bit. I'm kind of worried. I mean, that was a good team talk. Let's just walk away and go straight into the second half. Hopefully, we can get ourselves a second goal and ideally a winning goal. Starbuck down that left-hand side. We're going to get there first. It's the goal scorer, Wakely, with it. Into Zach Orr, playing as a half-back. Not doing particularly well on a 6'8". He's doing all right, isn't he? He's not doing as good as he normally would as a centre-back. Bellis has controlled it again, and Bellis has scored another screamer. Really? That's his 6th goal of the season, by the way. 2 of them have been worldies in this match. They have an XG of 0.75 and have scored twice. We have an XG of 0.135, now 1.6, and we've scored once. Right, time to do some changes. We are going to do a little bit of rejigging, I think, in our team. Leon Pambu, unfortunately, is going to be the man sacrificed. Malone is going to come on, and I think we'd also do Rob Street as well. I think we'll go for that. Let's give them a team talk. Can I just say to Rob Street, pump fist. You have the ability to make the difference. And then Daniel Malone, I mean, I won't pump my fist to you. I'll just say it. Denton with a throw. I don't even know whether our subs have taken place. It looks like they have. So Malone and Street are on. Kings Lynn with the ball. Boateng to Wells. It's going to go all the way back. No, it doesn't go back to the keeper. Denton long ball forward. Bellis now on a hat-trick. We need to be getting there first. And Wakely is the man to get there first. Craig to Brown. In the middle is Malone. Loads of space and loads of time. Finds Jack Spong. Down that left, lovely pass, finds Ralph, loads and loads of space for the fullback. 2, maybe 3 in the box, crosses the ball in, McAneff is there, and there it is, Jordan McAneff with his first goal for the club as well. 65 minutes on the clock, it's 2-2. We are celebrating like we've taken the lead there, lads. And shortly afterwards, we've got ourselves, okay, they've got a highlight, we've got a highlight. Not even sure whose highlight this is now. Wakely's going to go for a lovely run forward with the ball. He's a big lad, isn't he? I didn't know how big Wakely is, but he looks massive. Payne to Zach Brown, crosses the in. Spong's at the back post. Spong with a headed effort goes over the bar. Jack Spong isn't a big lad and somehow managed to win a header. One more goal. One more goal. It's all we need. And then we're going to pick up 3 points in this episode. And that, I'll be a little bit happier. Final change has taken place. TJ Bramble's going to come on. It's not obviously an attacking change. We will go attacking as well, I think. And can we up the tempo? Let's up the tempo a little bit. See whether that makes a difference. I feel like it probably won't. Yeah, it didn't. Or did it? Hold on, we've got a corner. Spong's going to take it. 2 minutes left of injury time. We are over the 90. Spong's taking his time. Front post. It's going to be Wakely. It's not managed to find its way towards goal. Malone back to Spong. Still all the white shirts in the middle. Street is there. Unmarked. He was offside, but he was unmarked. And kicks it straight at the goalkeeper. It was easier to score, mate. It's Newton with the ball for Kings Lynn. There's another goal happening here. And it's going to happen for Kings Lynn, isn't it? Spong get there first. He does get there first. Counter-attack from the former Brighton man. Loses out to Sullivan. Loses out 20 seconds to play. And Kings Lynn are coming forward and looking dangerous. Bellis still on the pitch, still on a hat-trick. Goes towards the right. Starbuck runs past a couple of players. Lots of space. Crosses in. Davies at the back post. Bellis is there. Bellis' effort is blocked. It's going to be a corner. We are over the 94. It is going to hopefully be a draw. I can't believe I'm saying that. A team bottom of the table. It's hopefully a draw. Corner comes in. It's cleared. Full-time referee? I mean, we're over the 95. There we go. The full-time whistle does go. We should have won. 23 shots, 10 on target. They had 8 shots, 5 on target. 2-2. Let's try and be a little bit more clinical next time, lads. It's not all doom and gloom. Obviously, we are still doing all right. Still 5th place in the table. 4 points is the gap now between us and South Shields, who are now in 8th place. So it is looking like we might be dropping out. I am going to go for the next episode. Where are we going to go? What have we got? I mean, there's not a huge amount left. I feel like South Shields might be the one to go for. And maybe Bath. We might do that. So we're going to play just 4 matches in between episodes. Obviously, because of what I mentioned at the start of the episode about me now having a son, episodes might not be daily. They'll be recorded when I get the chance. So, yeah, hopefully we will have an episode tomorrow, but let's wait and see, shall we? Thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, do please remember, like, subscribe to the channel as well. If you are new, stick your comments down in the comment section below. And I'll be back next time, South Shields and Bath. And hopefully we might be in a playoff spot, maybe still, probably not. See you next time. Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic, back in the Vanarama National League, and 11 games remaining of Season 3. We're sat 5th place still. We are still up the right end of the table. Since the last episode, we've kind of been okay. I mean, we've only played 4 matches off camera. We lost against Torquay. We drew with Grimsby, but we did beat Woking and Darlington. Rob Street getting on the score sheet. Jaden Williams also scoring his first goal in what feels like 13 years. And Gary Ballard, who is still only 16 years of age, Don Ballard's fictional brother, also getting his first goal for the club as well. You see that there? We might be having ourselves a new chairman. I don't even know who it's going to be, but apparently there is a board takeover process going on. I'm hoping it might kind of fix a bit of the financial issues that we're currently having, and hopefully we get a little bit of cash going into Season 4. Anyway, let's jump into today's episode. I don't know how many games we're going to play. Let's play match 1. As always, we have got fitness concerns, so we've gone for a fair amount of rotation for this one. It is South Shields at home. It's going to be Fright in goal. TJ Bramble, Leon Pambu, Jack Wakely and Nathan Ralph at the back. Jack Hinshelwood will be playing as a half-back today, making his debut in a position that he's unfamiliar with. That is only going to go to plan, isn't it? It's going to be Jack Spong reverting back to a central midfielder alongside Zach Brown, McAnuff, Ballard and Rob Street as our front 3 for this one. It's Gary, by the way. It's not Dom. Dom is currently sat on the bench. Probably will see him at some point. Actually, we'll play the Ballard boys. We are going to play the Ballard boys on each wing. I genuinely have no idea why we are struggling with fitness. I can only assume it's because we're a part-time side and we are effectively playing a gegenpress. I mean, we're not fully playing a gegenpress, we're playing control possession, but it's very, very hard work for a lot of the players to kind of keep up with it. Boney in goal for South Shields, long kick over the halfway line, missed by Wakely, but Nathan Ralph's controlled it. Hinshelwood playing out of position, and he's not very good anyway. Spong back to Leon Pambu, probably shouldn't be playing Pambu. Hinshelwood and Pambu once again kicks it long over the halfway line. Lovely ball, finds Don Ballard. The two former Saints men combine. Ballard's in on goal, takes it round the goalkeeper, and Dominic Ballard gets his 7th goal of the season. A lovely individual finish from the former Southampton man. He has been complaining that he's not getting a lot of football, and I'm maybe thinking I need to start breaking him back into the first team. And straight after the goal, straight into another highlight. It's obviously South Shields with the ball. Roberts being put under pressure. It's gone all the way back to Boney. We're literally 2 minutes in and we've already taken the lead, and potentially there could be a second goal in this game. TJ Bramble to the goal scorer. Now Spong across, doesn't find Zach Brown. Jack Spong really needs to learn how to play as a central midfielder again. He's been playing most of this season as a left winger, and now he's been reverted back to the position he played last season. He's already made a cock-up. T goes for a long-range chance. Fryer can easily hold on to that one. I would arguably say that wasn't really a highlight. Also, I don't think I can say the word arguably properly. T has the ball once again. 5 minutes on the clock, and already we are deep into highlight action. Fryer has the ball then. We're going to go down towards the right-hand side. Pambu back to Fryer now. Jack Wakely. We're controlling the possession. It's what we're supposed to do. Gary Ballard, long ball, finds Rob Street, chests it down, dodges the tackle, 1-on-1 with the keeper. He's put it in space. He's put that into the English Channel. That was ridiculous. Right, I think things are starting to calm down a little bit. Looking at the match stats, we are playing very, very well. We are having, obviously, the shots. We've got the goal to our name as well. Zach Brown finds Ralph, crosses the ball in. Don Ballard's at the back post. He's hit the post. And South Shields can get the ball upfield. Please just end the highlight. That Ballard chance had to be the highlight. It was. Because we are currently winning this match, picking up 3 points, we're going to move up from 5th to 4th place in the table. It's Nathan Ralph on the left-hand side, 2 in the middle. Rob Street is one of them. This time it's Rob Street who heads the ball, but it goes over the bar. 64 points on the board with 10 games left to play. Sounds very, very good. We're actually only 6 points behind league leaders Port Vale. So there is a distinct chance that we are going to be in a title fight, which I did not expect, particularly after last episode. I was not expecting to still be basically at the top end of the table. Half-time it is 1-0. We've had 10 shots, but only 2 on target, but we do have that 1 goal to our name. We're just going to do that team talk and try and fix some bits, shall we? Not, what did I say there? I want that one. That's the one I wanted to say. So, a half-time masterclass in how to do a team talk there. Let's just shout at the defence, who are playing superbly well when you're only 1-0 up. If we concede a goal now, that is fully my fault. We need to bring off Pambu. Pambu is really starting to struggle. It is the first highlight of the second half. South Shields had the ball, but loses straight to one of our players. Don Ballard's going for a run. Tries to find Street. Zach Brown now has the ball. Left-hand side is Gary. Right-hand side is Dom. Don Ballard with the ball. Crosses in. Find Gary at the back. He does find Gary. And Dom and Gary combine. And Gary this time hits it over the bar. It was a good chance from the 16-year-old to get his second goal of the season. 20 minutes left. Let's do some changes. More for fitness. Pambu has to come off. We're going to do Lewis Payne can move in to be a central defender. Hinshelwood, by the way, 7.3. He's rubbish as a halfback, but apparently he's doing all right. We're also going to take off Zach Brown for Jordan McAneff. Even though he's not really a central midfielder, he can play there. Rob Street as well for Jaden Williams, because we need to keep Williams happy, because I think he's going to have more potential than Rob Street, but he's just not very good at the moment. 77 minutes on the clock. And it is South Shields with the ball. I want a second goal. I really want to find a second goal because I'm a bit concerned that they might have a little counter-attack. Williams with the ball finds Don Ballard in towards the penalty area. Is it going to be number 2 for Don Ballard? It is number 2 for Don Ballard. His 9th goal of the season. Wasn't his last goal his 7th? How was he gone from 7 to 9? Or did I just misread that earlier on? It is 2-0 against South Shields. We are hopefully securing the 3 points. We are still going to be 6 points behind the league leaders, Port Vale. Are they playing today? Are Port Vale playing? They are playing and losing against Barnet. Okay, they've just equalised. Wilson scored. It's going to be 3 points here for us, which is all that matters, really. And we're going to go straight into the second match, which I think is against Bath. Okay, no, we're not going straight into the next match. The takeover has collapsed. So, yeah, all that excitement at the start of the episode, it's completely out the window. We are still in charge. David Lamb, who was potentially going to buy the club, clearly isn't. Jim Parmenter is staying at Dover Athletic for the moment. Now let's go forward and play Bath. Now it's only been about 4 days since the last match, so we obviously still have some fitness concerns, but we are able to do a little bit more rotation. It's going to be Fright in goal. The back four is slightly changed. Bramble, Zach Orr comes in for Leon Pambu. Wakely and Ralph keep their positions, but you can see condition-wise they are starting to tire, which is a bit of an issue. Craig has come back into the starting 11 to replace Hinshelwood, who had an absolutely cracking debut. And because Matthew Craig is just 10 times better than him, we're going to go back with Craig. Spong and Malone in midfield today. The Ballard boys on the wing. Rob Street as our striker. The subs bench filled with tired people, but we're only going to use them if we need to. So we've travelled west then to the picturesque little city of Bath. And they are struggling. They are really struggling. They are down the wrong end of the table in a relegation scrap. Honestly, I don't care if they get relegated, so I would love to absolutely smash these guys and hopefully push slightly further up the table. We are arguably very, very close to confirming ourselves a playoff spot. We're not guaranteed mathematically, but because only really Stevenage are going to be able to catch us, a few more wins and we should be good. We should be easily getting a playoff position. So far in this match, not a huge amount is going on. Spong's cross for us. Zach Orr is there, straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Short corners then don't seem to work as good as they used to. Bilbo's going for a run. Bilbo, long kick over the halfway line. It's going to get controlled by Jack Wakely for us. Forward to Ralph once again. I really do need to get round to giving Nathan Ralph a permanent contract because he's still on a pay-per-play contract. Allen's got the ball for Bath. On the ground to Neil. I think this could be a Bath goal, you know? Wells to Neil once again. Zach Orr's pushing him. Allen, they're just keeping hold of the ball, which is a worry. Bauer to this man's name. Okabu. Forward to Hinchy. Now Neil once again. The through ball back to another Neil. Rafferty's got it into the penalty area and Rafferty puts the ball in the back of the net. I told you it was going to be a Bath goal. And they've got two players called Neil, which is really confusing. And that was the only action of the first half, really. Bath taking the lead. That was terrible. We're going to say that was terrible. Spong's demotivated. He's actually playing really well. Malone's playing poor. Ballard and Street all not playing very good. TJ Bramble is on a 6.2. That's not good. We're going to go straight into the second half because we should be beating them. These are a team in a relegation scrap. We're a team in a promotion scrap. Arguably a title hunt. That is what we should be doing. It's another chance. It's straight to Craig, though. Wakely, big boot upfield. Doesn't seem to find a single Bath shirt. It does find a Bath shirt, a Dover shirt. Neil goes for a long-range chance, and this time that one goes over the bar. I think, since the update, they might have changed it so worldies don't happen every single chance now. So that's one good thing. We are playing poorly, aren't we? What's going on with some of our players? Gary Ballard off. We're going to take off Malone as well for Zach Brown. Ralph, we don't do Ralph. Bramble for Payne. That is all of our subs. I mean, I didn't really want to have to bring on half of those players, but we are going to have to go for it. I'm going to give him a shout as well. Give him an encourage. See if it does anything. Ralph's on a 6.2. Jack Wakely's on a 7.9. Talk about a weird sort of mismatch of players. We're going to get no highlights at all in the second half by the looks of it. We've got one right at the death. 2 minutes and 10 seconds of normal time plus injury time. Rob Street to McAnuff. He's been tackled by Hamilton. And this is looking like it's possibly going to be another Bath chance. Intercept it. That's not intercepting it, is it? Miles to Popo. They got the police on the left-hand side. Back to Boa. Back across to Okabu. Forward to Hinchy. It's another Bath goal. I can see it now. It's another Bath goal. Neil to Miles. Long ball forward. He's miles offside. He is miles offside. It's saved anyway by the goalkeeper, Joe Fryer. And that's going to be it. That is going to be it. That is an absolutely appalling result. Absolutely shocking performance there. Terrible, terrible result. We should have scored probably 6 goals. Throw the water bottle. There is no excuses. There is no excuses. Rob Street, you should be demotivated because you should have... I'm not happy. Not happy. You're still demotivated, right? TJ Bramble, you're abysmal and you deserve to come off. That motivated him. That's good. Match number 3 then of the episode. We are at home for this one. We are sticking with the 4-3-3, although I'm starting to consider changing up slightly. It is going to be Barnet, a team who are roughly mid-table, slightly above mid-table, and I think they've got themselves an outside chance of getting a playoff spot. It is going to be Fryer in goal, Payne, Pambu, Wakely and Ralph at the back, Craig, Malone and Brown in midfield, Ballard and Riley Wright on the wings, Rob Street as our striker for this one. I've done a couple of little tweaks. I've added work the ball into the box and I've also upped the tempo slightly. I don't know whether it's going to make the desired difference that I want it to do, but we're going to see what happens. So with Barnet kind of hot on our heels to a certain extent, they're currently on 54 points, 53 if you minus the 1 point they're getting for this match at the moment. So they are close enough, but arguably a little bit too far away. Rob Street's got the ball for us after just 5 minutes. What a save that is from Richards. And Barnet can clear the ball upfield. Hopefully, highlight is not over. Don Ballard back to Lewis Payne. He's gone for a run forward. The highlight ends there. And another one begins with Barnet this time going for goal-headed effort over the bar of Joe Fryer. So far, it has been end-to-end stuff. 2 chances for Barnet, 1 chance for us. Both of them not very good. So hopefully things are going to pick up a little bit. Lewis Payne's throw to Craig. Now Dan Malone. Back to Payne. Back to Craig. All the way back to Leon Pambu. So what is going on here? Pambu, the big 6'6" Frenchman, all the way back to Joe Fryer. We had the ball literally on the corner flag. And we've passed it all the way back to our goalkeeper. It's now a long ball. Finds Crane. Loads and loads of space for the Crane to run into. It's saved and it's not going to find its way in. Pambu's going to keep it from going off for a corner as well. Counter-attack, please. Rob Street wins the header. Don Ballard. Highlights just ended. That's not ideal. Payne with a free kick now for us. Dan Malone to Craig. Ball on the floor. Finds Street. Across to Zach Brown. Lovely pass to Don Ballard. Takes a touch. Dinks it over the keeper. Dinks it over the bar. Really should have scored that one. That was a golden opportunity. Lots and lots of highlights coming our way at the moment. Payne tries to cross and can't manage it. It's cleared, but only as far as Malone. Craig, long ball towards Riley Wright on the left-hand side. He's got one in the middle at the moment. Zach Brown to right. Lovely little touch. Street's going to get there first. And Rob Street gets his 23rd goal of the season. I think that is his first goal on camera for quite a while as well. He doesn't seem to play well when I hit the record button. He's finally scored against Barnet. Ralph for the free kick now for us. It's a long way out. Richards, I don't know whether he saved that. I think he did. It's going to be a corner. Ralph is the man to take the corner as well. Front post is number 19. On the 6-yard box, it's gone over everybody. Rob Street's there, doesn't win the header. Zach Brown, keep it alive, buddy. Keep it alive. Need some support as a left-back. It's the corner taker, isn't it? He's the current left-back. So if everything stays this way, not a lot really changes. We are still staying in 5th place in the table. We are 2 points behind, I think it's 4th and 3rd. So we're in a reasonable position in the league. I'm hoping next episode will be playoff football. That's the plan. We're going to do, ideally, the last game of the season, but if there's a little bit more to play for, then we might do a little bit more. Riley Wright collects the ball on the left, stops and passes it back to Malone. Long ball forward, finds Don Ballard in the area. Is he going to get himself another goal in this episode? Ballard crosses it. Rob Street is there. Rob Street's got his 2nd goal of the game. 24 for the season for Rob Street. 50 minutes on the clock. 2-0 up against Barnet. Our home form, since the update, seems to be picking up. Now, did my tactical changes do what I wanted them to do? I feel like it has. We're having quite a lot of decent chances. The next year, 1.25 and 2 goals. We're going to do Dan Malone coming off. Jack Spong is the man to come on. And do we swap you two around? No, we do not. I want to bring Zach Orr on, although he's not particularly match fit. I want to bring on Williams, but you can't bring off Street when he's now on a hat-trick. So we'll just do the one change for the moment. We are going to keep going through. I'm keeping an eye on fitness. Lots of players struggling with fitness at the moment. Final 10 minutes. Not a huge amount of highlights. Ballard's got a corner for us. It's towards Leon Pambu at the front post. The stooping header from the big Frenchman hits the bar. Spong's going to try and keep it alive. His cross isn't the best. Is it going to carry on once Spong gets the ball? Where are you going, buddy? Finds Lewis Payne. The highlight ends. Right, let's do... and watch this corner. I was going to say, let's do some subs. Ballard's corner. Pambu's there this time, and I think that one went over the bar. Right, now we're going to do ourselves some subs. Rob Street is coming off. Williams is going to come on. Riley Wright for McAneff. That's going to be all of our changes. I think this has been a very good performance against Barnet. We should have probably scored a few more goals. We've had 12 shots, 7 on target. Their goalkeeper on a 6.1 rating. Arguably, we probably should have scored less goals if their goalkeeper performed a little bit better. Corbett tries to get the ball forward. Flanagan to Mason Clark. Back to Flanagan. Mason Clark and Flanagan passing it between them. Lovely bit of football from Barnet, and Pambu's intercepted it. Good job, Leon. Now Payne. Poor pass. Poor pass. Crane's in on goal. Joe Fryer comes out, claims that one. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to play, including injury time. Wakely to Craig. Back to Fryer. What are we doing? Passing it around our penalty area in the last minute of the game. Williams' header is terrible. Williams needs some support. I think he's one of those strikers. As a lone striker, doesn't really work. You need somebody else up there with him. It's Kai Corbett. It's a wonderful slide tackle from Ralph. That is a spectacular tackle, but is not cleared the danger. That's found its way in, but that's offside. Kelvin's headed that one in. He was offside. He was definitely offside. How was he onside? No. Right, so where are we saying he's... I mean, we can't even see it. We can't even... Right, we're going to have to go... We're going to have to do it. We're going defensive. We're going defensive in a match where we've been 2-0 up. I mean, this is a kind of embarrassing, isn't it? Right, actually, we'll do you drop into there, you drop into there, and then we'll just do that. Sure, we'll go for that. We're just going to try and just see out the clock. because if they score another goal, I'm going to be very annoyed. We're good. We are very good. We have managed to beat Barnet just about. I mean, did it work? Did the change in tactics work? I don't quite know. Rob Street, obviously, both the goals for us. 8.5 rating for Rob Street. 3 more points in the bag. Nice work, everybody and everybody. Big, big grins all across the board. With 8 league games left to play, we are 5th in the table. What is that? 8 points clear of 8th place. We need to finish, realistically, in the top 5. If we finish in 6th and 7th, I think 6th and 7th will play themselves. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. How do these work? So, the first round. Winners will qualify for the semi-final. There are 6 teams to get... Okay, right. Scratch what I just said. We need to finish 2nd and 3rd if we want to go straight through to the semi-final. Otherwise, we have a quarter-final, a semi-final, and a final to play. That's a lot of football. I don't want to play that much football in a knockout tournament. Anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, please remember to like the videos, subscribe to the channel as well if you're new and you're enjoying the videos, and I'll be back next time with hopefully some playoff football. I will keep... I'm going to play the last few games of the season, see where we're at with 3 games left to play. If there's a lot more to play for, you're going to see the final 3 games. But thank you very much for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2022 with Dover Athletic in the Vanarama National League, but hopefully not for too much longer. The regular league season has finished. We have finished in 5th place. We are going to be up against Stevenage at home in a one-shot qualifier for the playoff semi-finals, I think. If we win that, we are going to be playing probably Yeovil. I think that's how it's going to work. If we win that game, we'll probably be playing Yeovil. How did we finish 5th? Well, if you look at our last few fixtures of the season, we basically won everything. It's because I kind of had a home formation and an away formation. At home, we played, well, we kind of alternated initially. We played the 5-2-3, and then we changed to a 4-4-2 away and a 4-3-3 at home, and it worked. It just worked absolutely perfectly. Stevenage then will be our first game of the episode. Notice I'm saying first because hopefully we win this one, and we might have 2 more. But not only that, some transfer business has taken place. We have loaned in 2 players from Blackburn, who are our feeder club that we've never managed to use. We have signed Jalil Saidi, who is a footballer who can play as a centre-back, central midfielder or a defensive midfielder. He's on loan until the end of the season, and I think he's just a very, very useful player to bring in. We've also brought in his Blackburn counterpart, Dean Laird, an 18-year-old striker/winger. Can't finish, he's only got 9 finishing, but I think he's going to do a very good job for us. He's already scored 3 goals in the 6 appearances that he's played for us in the league. We will be seeing him today against Stevenage. The starting lineup for the Stevenage game then. We are at home. It's a one-shot deal, so therefore we're playing the 4-3-3 formation. Joe Fry in goal, TJ Bramble, Zach Orr, Leon Pambu and Nathan Ralph at the back. It's going to be Matthew Craig, Dan Malone and Zach Brown in midfield, Dean Laird on the right-hand side, Jack Spong up front, Rob Street as our striker. The bench you can see, Jalil Saidi is also sat on the bench. We will probably be seeing him. Actually, we're going to see him now. We're going to play him as that half-back because Craig needs a rest. We're also resting, Lewis Payne as well, which is why TJ Bramble is playing. I kind of don't want to rest them because this is a must-win game, but also, if there's ever a game that we should be able to rest, it's this one, which is in theory easier. Probably shouldn't have said that out loud. Realistically, this is kind of a no-lose situation. Obviously, we want to win, but if we don't win and we get knocked out by Stevenage, we just had a very good season. We shouldn't be this far up the table anyway. So, I mean, I want to win the game. I want to win. I want to get promoted into league football, but if we don't, next season, we should be able to put on an even better fight for, ideally, automatic promotion. 1 minute on the clock. Stevenage do have the ball. Reed forward. Finds Daly. On the left-hand side. Goes backwards to Reed. On the left-hand side again is Ravan. Ball forward. Daly again. On the ground finds Davies. He's got number 4 behind him, which is TJ Bramble. And the ball's managed to find its way underneath Joe Fryer. 1 minute 22 on the clock. We're 1-0 down. The commentary said there that Stevenage score a counter-attack. In what time did we have an opportunity to attack ourselves? It has not started well. 20 minutes in, Stevenage once again with the ball. Spencer Adams to Reed. Long ball finds Davies on the left-hand side this time. 3 in the box, crosses in, back post is Borkovic. Hits it just over the bar, remains 1-0 to Stevenage. We need to get ourselves back into this game. I'm going to switch it up to positive. Players playing poorly. TJ Bramble on a 6-3, Nathan Ralph on a 6-4. The fullback's being exploited by the looks of it. Free kick for Taylor to take. 10 minutes left of the first half. Townsend West to Borkovic. How did Fryer not save that? It's 2-0 to Stevenage. I think the season might be over. What is going on here? They've scored twice with an XG of 0.3. Really? Spong with a corner for us. Pambu's probably at the front post. It is Big Leon Pambu, and he's hit the bar. Okay, they've changed not short corners, near post corners, so they still have the chances but never score from them. Sidey has the ball. He's ran it around for a little bit. Half-time whistle goes. It is 2-0. 2-0 to Stevenage, and we are not very good at the moment. I'm going to thrash my arms. What was that? Get your act together, lads. We are playing poorly. Nathan Ralph is on a 6.2. Fryer's on a 6.2 as well. I was genuinely not sure whether to play Garrett or Ralph, and I went for Ralph. I think I might have made a mistake. Laird with the ball at the back post for us. Tries to cross it in. Can't manage it. Stevenage clear their lines. We are 3 minutes into the second half. Or to Leon Pambu. Runs forward through the centre circle. The big Frenchman. Zach Brown over the top towards Laird, but can't manage to get it over the defence. And Stevenage once again passing the ball around. Lovely through balls. Hot knife through butter. That's what I'm trying to say. Joe Fryers. Everybody, this was probably Joe Fryer's last game, because all three of those goals probably should have saved them. If I had a sub-goalkeeper on the bench, I'd be bringing him on. I genuinely would be bringing him on. Right, TJ Bramble, what do we do? Garrett for Ralph. Bramble needs to stay on. Malone's having a shocker, so we're going to do Jordan McAneff. And we'll also do Jack Spong for Gary Ballard, because he's on the left-hand side. All of our subs before the hour mark. We are 3-0 down. We're 3-0 down, and we haven't been particularly... Well, I say we haven't been bad. We have been bad. They haven't been particularly good. They've just scored 3 goals because our goalkeeper has decided he wants to stay in the conference. At this rate, he's probably not going to have a club. I'm tempted to fire him after this. Garrett's gone for a run down the left-hand side. 67 minutes. There is still time, but it's... There's not time. There's not time. What are we trying to do here, lads? Daly's got the ball. He's running towards goal. Fryer's finally made a save. He's done one then. He's actually saved something. They've had 4 shots on target and he saved 1 of them. I don't even know what to do here. We went undefeated or won every single game from the last 6 or 7 games of the season, and then we get to the playoffs and we lose 3-0. 3-0 to a terrible goalkeeper. Basically, that's our fault there, is Joe Fryer. Joe Fryer lost us that game. He's cost us promotion. That was embarrassing. And Joe Fryer? With a TH? Joe Fryer, I'm throwing that at your face. It looked down and uninspired. Not surprised, lad. It's all your fault. Right, Joe. Joe, buddy, you're getting paid £525 a week. You are losing £1,000 for that, because that was absolutely horrendous. Also, TJ Bramble, you're going to lose £1,000, because you are not £1,000, 2 weeks fine, because you also got a 6.2. I would fine Nathan Ralph, but he doesn't get paid anything, and I've also just hit the spacebar. Joe Fryer feels his fine was unfair. TJ Bramble feels it was unfair. I don't care, mate. You were absolutely horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Well, the season's over. We're going to go forward, I guess, until the end of season review. And we are going to have to do a fair amount of business in the summer to just try and bolster this squad. I mean, it's not a bad team, but we need a new goalkeeper, for sure. Joe Fryer just isn't it, is he? He's actually done all right, but he's just not there, is he? We need a better goalkeeper. We probably need another right back. We need a few more defenders that are arguably good enough to play a lot of football. I want to try and extend Sidey and Laird's loan for another year as well. But that is all going to come, obviously, in the summer. Let's go forward then to the end of season awards. That didn't take long, literally the next day. I feel like this is the worst time to have an awards ceremony, just after you've lost 3-0 in the playoffs. So, what have we got? Best transfers, Jordan McAneff. Really? 6 assists, 3 goals to his name. Leon Pambu, 4 goals, 1 assist for the big centre-back as well. Obviously, it was quite a big season for transfers. 12 assists for Malone. Most of them were corners. And then, obviously, they changed how corners worked, so that's not ideal. Bunch of players going out on loan as well. Luke Pearce is an interesting one. 14 goals in 29 starts for Hemel Hempstead. That's nice to see. Daryl Claridge at Canvey Island, 11 goals. Moise Cromer, still here, by the way. Never kicked a ball for us, I don't think. 10 goals as well for Canvey Island. So a few players going out on loan. Jack Langston as well at Concord. 5 goals, 8 assists in 39 appearances as well. Well, even though we ballsed up the playoffs, the board are delighted that we managed to get there. So that's one good thing, I guess. They wanted to avoid relegation. We finished 5th. FA Cup, they wanted us to get to the first round. We got to the 3rd round and then obviously lost against Middlesbrough. Never played a home game. never played a home game in the FA Cup, and the FA Trophy we just got smashed by Torquay. Again, didn't play a home game. Financially, it's not looking particularly great, is it? We've obviously picked up more money just from being in a higher league, so we've picked up about an extra, £70,000 in matchday commercials money. Competition money's also trebled, which is pretty decent. Corporate and hospitality's doubled. Broadcasters doubled. Sponsorship has dropped down just a little bit. And shirt sales, apparently Spong is the man that everyone's buying the shirt of. And that there is our overall best 11. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? The only real question mark, which isn't really a question mark, is Don Ballard. He just kind of dropped out of the side because of injuries and things like that. And then, yeah, we brought in new players like McAnuff, Laird and things, so Ballard didn't get the opportunity. But that's pretty much the starting 11 that we played for most of the season. Who's picking up the awards then? Zach Orr gets Fans Player and Young Player of the Season. Signing of the season, Jordan McAnuff. Goal of the season and top goal scorer, Rob Street, 28 goals. Considering he went on quite a dry spell in the middle of the season, 28 goals is ridiculous. I think he's technically top scorer in the league, although he might be overtaken because of the playoffs. Spong with 17 assists. That's pretty good, isn't it? 7.5 average rating for Zach Orr. That's also very good. And then Rob Street, Jack Spong, Joe Farrar, obviously he's basically our only goalkeeper, 25 clean sheets. And Gary Ballard, the youngest ever goal scorer, 16 years old, 270 days. The overall best 11 then, we've got 3 players look like they've joined it. So Matthew Craig's come in that half-back position. TJ Bramble, I assume, is onto the bench. Yes, he is. And Daniel Malone is also probably on the bench as well. Yeah, he is. So, I mean, we're starting to see the current squad as our overall best squad. We're getting there. Jamal Loza, somehow. I'm not even sure how you're still in there, mate. You were terrible. The big bit of news that we've been waiting for, kind of big bit of news anyway, is our wage and transfer budget for next season. £21,000 a week, which is, I mean, we are well under that. So we can invest quite heavily in wages. We've got some transfer budget as well, which I don't think we're really going to touch. We are, if we have a look, and if we go, is it contracts? Contract offers, there we go, that'll do. So players who will be leaving the club, I'm going to give Ralph a permanent deal. I'm tempted to give Ollie Wright a permanent deal as well. Phipps and Hinchwood, probably not so much. So Goodman is going to leave at the end of the season. So is Loza, so is Drace, so is Sendles White. Zach Brown, I'm trying everything I can to get him to sign a new deal. He doesn't want to do it, so Zach Brown is probably off. Tyler Garrett, I feel like you might be on the way out as well, although we could probably give you a little deal. No, fair enough. Kai Mackenzie-Lyle as well is also likely to leave the club. And Saidi and Laird, can we just extend the loan deal? No wage contribution, 9 months. I mean, end of the season. I don't want 9 months, I want the end of the season. There we go, right. Dean Laird is extending his deal. Saidi is hopefully going to be doing the same thing. No, is he out of contract? He's out of contract with Blackburn. So I feel like we're not going to be able to get Saidi unless we bring him in on a free transfer once his contract expires, which is highly unlikely. Anyway, that is going to do it for the end of Season 3. It didn't really end how we expected it to end, but we finished 5th in the table, way higher than anyone ever expected, so it's still a successful season. It just ended pretty badly. Thank you very much for watching this season. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new and you're enjoying, stick your comments down in the comment section below about how piss poor Joe Fryer was, and I will see you in Season 4 once again in the Vanarama National League. Thanks for watching.